I'm going to walk through Factory, which is a coding agent that works in the background. This is what the dashboard looks like, and this is now generally available. They were sort of in beta and alpha before. So you can do knowledge droid, documentation, knowledge management across your code, code droid for coding, a sort of system stability, incidents one, and a guiding tutorial one. So this is what it looks like. You select your repos here, and then if you need to add them, you go to your settings and manage GitHub so you can access different repos. So I've got my Ben's coding one here. I've left the model as Sonnet 3.7 for now, and reasoning on low. You can obviously change this. And toolkits, we're going to enable GitHub so we can create branches, files, merge, all that kind of stuff, because we want to do everything from here. So this is what the repo. So this repo is connected to this site. So this is the vibe coding course that I was working on, but I've just put it all within Ben's Bytes anyway. So what I need to do is remove pre-order, remove Stripe checkout, remove sign up page, and create an account page, and just get rid of all of that. So I'm going to ask Factory to do this for me. So look at my code base. I've got a page where people can sign up, create an account, and they have to pay via Stripe. I want to get rid of it. I don't want anyone to be able to pay or sign up or pay. I want to keep the fact that you can log in if you already have an account, but that's it. You can remove all the pieces that relate to sign up and paying, and that's all I'm going to do. So I hit enter, and then it'll start reasoning and showing its thoughts. This is the context page, so you don't need to have this up, but it shows one of the sources here. If you start putting in any extra files and things, or when there's code being written, you'll see extra stuff in this contents pane. So I'm just going to let the agent go through everything, get itself familiar with all the files. As you can see here, this is the context pane. You don't need to have this up, but this just shows this is the repo, and this is dynamic context. So this is files it's pulling in from the repo that it thinks it's going to need to perform the job. Okay, so started. This is the plan. Update the sign-up page, clearly indicate sign-up to close, remove payment verification from authentication workflows, update the nav bar to remove sign-up references, update any remaining components that reference sign-up or payment functionality. So just working on the files over here. This is, like I said, the context pane, which you can close and access from here if you ever need it. These are the pages that's been working on. You can close them if you want. This is currently the website that we're going to get changed. So it's got a sign up link here and a pre-order link here. Sign up goes to create an account. And if you haven't purchased, you obviously need to go and buy. So this flow is all bad anyway. Another link here to the Stripe checkout page. So that's what we're going to have changed. All right, looks like it's done. Bunch of sort of summarized. Remove payment verification on the auth action. Simplify profile creation, so users can maintain access. Reserve certain things. Right, so it's done a bunch of stuff here, and then push to GitHub. And here you can add Google Docs to get pull requests, repos, that kind of thing. Just checking that you have that I've got these auto triggers. So auto accept, command line, risk level. I set it at low. You can set to high or off. The auto accept tools, create branch, all the sort of usual stuff. I've left it off at delete files just in case. So now it is adding a pull request. Okay, so view PR, remove sign up and payment. There are the changes it said. It's currently building on the cell because that's where it's deployed. So just going to wait a second. And now it says ready. You can visit the preview. As you can see here, existing users only. And then okay, so we know all that's worked, no issues, confirm the merge, and then that'll be built on the cell on our main site, but we know the build worked on our preview there anyway on the branch, so should be all fine, but we'll check it in a moment. I did it a different way the other day just to test. I believe I used Gemini 2.5 for this one. Did I did the exact same prompt. Came up with an implementation plan here, which is a bit more detailed and actually referenced the actions, the files and things here. And then I had these clarifying questions, but reasoning was still on low, so I think it was just because it was 2.5. So then I changed a couple of things. So I wanted to retain access, and I have some stuff in Superbase, because that's where all the data is stored. Keep the password, yes. Admin way to add new users in the future. So for this one, I said yes, please. And the one I just showed, I didn't do that because it didn't actually prompt me to ask. And then it asked about redirects as well. So yeah, it then did a bunch of that stuff, and the admin thing was the only piece that I needed. A couple of extra, so that was all the summary changes that all worked. And this is because I didn't have the GitHub tools enabled. And then the admin page was there. I just didn't know where it was because there's obviously not a link for it on the site. So then I used the admin page, and I was getting a couple of errors then because it was to do with how Superbase auth was working and things. So that was a bit extra work that I didn't factor in at the start. But this should be all built now. So if we go to this page, refresh, this course is closed to new users. Okay, can I still log in? Okay. So I can still log in, go to profile, I can still log out. There is no signups are closed. So let's change this page as well. Return to home page, all that works. Return to home page, so that worked. Log in, all these redirects are all correct. Then just check this home page. There's no more links. Log in, existing members only, pricing, nothing on there. So anything up here, pricing, doesn't go anywhere. I mean, if I'm being picky, it could have removed that or just changed it. There's no longer a button. Log in here. Great. So that all worked. So it's all live. I wanted to take us from start to finish. I sent this 118, and then it was done. 7 minutes later, I didn't have to say anything in between that. I just said push to GitHub. I could have just said that in the first prompt as well, and then it would have just done it. And then by the time it was all finished, obviously I had to accept the pull request. Just under 10 minutes, is that right? Yeah, 118 to 127, just under 10 minutes. Pretty amazing to just have that done. Like, something I didn't do for a couple of months now, and I knew it wouldn't take that long. It would have taken much longer than 10 minutes to try and do that, so that's awesome.